Hi, everybody, and welcome to a very special, seasonal edition of Podium Picks. It is Halloween time, so we're going to go with a Halloween theme today. I'm Sean Woodland. Tommy Marquez is here, and we have Alex Arfalo, who is representing our production team. Alex, welcome. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Ready for this draft.
I saw that you guys, they did research. There's a draft board in the production room.
Okay.
With things written up.
Let's just say they're going to need it after the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, the first 2 weeks we didn't really know what we were doing, but we have a full list for the next couple ones.
Well, I think week 3 went a lot better, but I think they feel like they pulled the goalie. Like they got Tino out, they brought Alex in, trying to change things up a little bit. So we'll see if that can shift the momentum. Our guest today is one of our favorite people in the entire world. He is Dan Bailey. Dan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me back on.
Oh yeah, I think Dan was on our second episode of Podium Picks. We did movie soundtracks last time we had.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So that was a good one. He got to draft Top Gun, which I know made him happy. So, all right. Well, we're doing what, a zombie survival team here, Tommy. I'm gonna let you kind of lay out the rules here, and because I have questions.
Okay, so we kind of were toying with a few different options for how we were going to arrange this, but credit to one. Irvy, Stanton, and Foso.
Well, and sorry to interrupt, but we are hoping, fingers crossed, we're going to effort this. I don't know if it can happen. He's got a meeting, but he may start coming in at the end of the draft. We're going to give him the teams, not tell him who drafted what. He's going to give us instant draft analysis.
Like best pick, worst pick,
yeah, we'll
best
see
value.
If that happens today. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, because he started doing that and sending us an email with it once he saw our draft boards, and it's quite funny. So the format we're going to do, and I really like this, draft 1 games male
from this past year,
1 games female from this past year. You have to draft an object that will be kind of their core object, whether it be a weapon, a tool, something that they will have ownership over to leverage for the greater success of the team. And then 1, I would say, wild card. So that can be like a someone that's not a person that's not CrossFit related. I believe they can be fictional as well. Although I kind of wanted to stay away from magic stuff.
Yeah. Okay. That was question number 1. Are we going to outlaw superpowers? So I could take Superman, and then
So as many people clearly know, I'm a big Marvel fan, and the Marvel What If series, they do a zombie episode. Right. And once one superhero goes down, the whole world's screwed, right? Yeah. And so I think we kind of want to stay away from the superhero type stuff, the superheroes.
Okay. So any superpowers?
Any clear, the manipulative superpowers. I think we kind of have to stay away from.
All right. So for example, would Wolverine be okay? Because he can regenerate faster and he has claws that come out of his hands.
That is, he's a superhero. He's an X-Man. He's a mutant.
So no,
I would tend to lean away from that.
Yeah, I would too. Okay, good. Now we're on the same page. Second question. When we're talking about handheld weapons, can these be projectile based, or are these just clearly melee weapons?
So here's where I want to leave it up to you guys. If we're going to allow projectiles, we have to answer, is this movie style ammo retention? So is this you can fire 15 shots out of a 9-round handgun, and
that comes into play with one of my top picks for that. This is a good question that needs to be answered.
Okay. Because we can thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
So
Alex, I think if it's something in real life, I think that's okay. I think that should be allowed.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I had a lot of ones that were sort of fictional weapons. So
okay, well this is kind of how I feel about this. I feel like we're talking zombie apocalypse. I don't feel like you're going to be able to get your hands on a bazooka. You got to make do with what you have, like melee weapons.
Something that is so I think fictional weapons is going to be a little tough. Like if you're trying to get the energy sword from Halo, although my brother does have a replica that he won at a Halo tournament, so that was awesome.
I should cross it off my list.
But yeah, I think it has to be something that is at least one step removed from being realistic. If that's fair.
All right.
If you're I want, I don't know, the railgun from again Halo. I guess that's my entire framing. You're like, I don't think that technology is even close to existing yet.
Got it.
So
no lightsabers or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. All right. I definitely.
That's fine. That's okay.
Because I mean, a lightsaber would be a 1-1 pick right away, right?
Yeah, probably.
It'd have to be, but I don't know if that's just.
All right, so we're going to keep this somewhat reality. All right.
As much as you can for a zombie apocalypse episode, but
yeah, that's a good point. All right, do we want to determine draft order here?
We should.
Okay, so let's make Dan will be number 1 because he's the guest,
mm-hmm.
And then we'll go left to right. So I'll be 2, Tommy will be 3, and then Alex and the production team will be 4. And while we're doing this, Dan, what was the best Halloween costume you ever had?
Best Halloween costume I ever had was Frankenstein.
Oh,
not just for the character, but because God bless my dad, who's just the greatest father on planet Earth. Because I was so small when I wanted to be Frankenstein, I had this huge rubber mask. Like I just looked goofy because the mask was so big. We built stilts that I could legit walk through the neighborhood on. And I was like 6 feet tall at age 10 or 11. And so like
that is cool.
They had like shoes screwed onto the top of them, and like I could just put them on, tie my shoes, stand up, and I'm totally unsafe. But this was the 90s. Like this was the 90s. This was okay.
Oh,
it was totally allowed.
You were just life and limb for a good Halloween costume back then.
Yeah. So I just had like these gigantic pants, and it just looked goofy, but it was awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's send that around. What was your?
I guess it's the one I have now. It's my Boba Fett.
Boba Fett costume.
That makes sense. Yeah, I've been working on that. And, that's ready to go. We're going to do some trick or treating with my son and one of his friends on Saturday. I think Boo at the Zoo. We're going to. So I'm gonna break that sucker out. So yeah, that would be mine. What about you?
I would. I look at it in 2 ways. I am I have the one that I really liked by myself, and there's one with Tiff now. That we went as Forrest Gump and Jenny.
Yeah, I saw that was great.
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
it's obviously my favorite movie. The one by myself, I went as Bumblebee Man from The Simpsons.
Nice.
In college,
Yeah.
It definitely plays.
Nice.
So
that's a good one.
I basically got to chain smoke cigarettes and just go, ay, the entire time. So it was a very easy college costume to work out.
What about you, Alex?
I don't remember the Halloweens in college. So I did have some good creative costumes there, but I'd say honestly, I'd go back to 2nd grade. My favorite costume I've ever had, probably since I was a kid, was like a really like just lame Jango Fett costume.
Nice.
But
yeah.
Jango Fett was like my favorite character of all time. So that's probably like my favorite costume.
There you go.
I have to give credit. Shout out to my mom. She handmade all our costumes. She was like sewed everything. Yeah. She made me a yellow suit to be the mask one time. Like,
that's
so
awesome.
it was, didn't realize the irony of some of the things that he said in that movie being an underage kid, but yeah.
Are we ready to determine draft order?
Yes, we are.
So we have the random number generator.
Random number generator.
So Dan is 1, I'm 2. All right, I can see the screen.
1 through 4.
1 through 4. Hit it.
1.
Oh, Dan Bailey. What? So you get to choose first.
Where do you want to choose?
Yeah, where do you want to draft?
Ooh. Well, you guys threw me for a little bit of a loop because we said current or last year's Games athletes. I had a couple of former Games athletes listed, but
we allow that.
What do we want to give a window? So I feel like outside of 4 or 5 years, maybe.
I don't know.
I would say,
we can do last year.
Keep it simple. Okay,
yeah, okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, we can keep it.
All right.
I'll do the men or the male.
Yeah, but you got to. But you want to pick first.
The order
where you're going to pick.
You can pick anything you want.
Yeah,
but it's just where in the order of we're generating what the draft order is as far as teams for fantasy football. Like Dan's team drafts, you get to draft number 1 overall, or
I want to take number 1 for sure.
All right, Dan's first.
So Dan's first. You're 2.
Oh, I'm 2. I'll go second. Why not?
You'll go second. Okay.
3.
Yeah. Do you either want to go 3 or 4?
Well, back-to-back picks would be nice. I'll go 4.
Okay.
All right. So
the draft order is Mr. Daniel Joseph Bailey, Mr. Jonathan Woodland. Then I am third.
Yep.
And then production team and Alex.
I have one last question before we start.
Yep.
Okay.
So for miscellaneous, for like the character or whatever, it can be fictional as long as it doesn't have powers, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's true. Like I think like, I'm not gonna throw it out there, but there's a couple that you could pick. You're like, yeah, there's no powers there, so we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm good. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. I have a thought about that because
Okay.
We'll debate. You can veto it when we get to it if it's bad enough.
All right. Well, Dan, with that, you get to kick off the 2022 Zombie Survival Draft.
All right. I'm gonna pick. I mean, it's an easy pick for me, but Rich Froning for my guy.
Yeah.
Outside of just being an absolute weapon of fitness, if you put a bow in his hand, he is an excellent shot. I think that's something that would potentially be around for the zombie apocalypse or could be made. So he actually just had a successful hunt out in Colorado. So that's going to be my pick for my dude.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. All right. So Rich Froning, of course, why not? He's going to go off the board. All right.
I think that's a pretty fair 1-1 pick.
Yeah, that's solid. I mean, that's hard. It's hard to argue against old Rich. Okay.
Yeah.
That's to me. And like, I have done no research for this. I'm
Okay.
going to let this draft come to me. I'm going to see what I can find here. Okay. So the first man is off the board. Man, well, I think there's plenty of weapons to choose from, so I don't think I need to go there quite yet. I think I know who I want there. I think I got plenty of time for that. So let's see. Okay, you know who I'm gonna go male athlete as well. I'm gonna take Justin Medeiros.
Damn it.
Because he just like Rich, knows his way around some weapons. He goes hunting. He's a wrestler. He's got a sweet mullet, which I feel like if you're in the zombie apocalypse, just like Eugene and Walking Dead, you got to have a mullet. Weapon of fitness. I just think, and I think he'd be good plucky comedy relief. Like you need that on your zombie survival team. So I'm gonna go. My first pick is gonna be Justin Medeiros, and that takes us now to Tommy.
Dang it. That wasn't going to be my pick if you didn't take him.
Mm.
Anyone that can't, I mean, every zombie apocalypse team needs a Tennessee top hat in their ranks. And you have instant credit too, because and I'm pumping your pick up. Someone shows up to your camp to try and like, hey, can we take these guys? And you see that beautiful beaver paddle hanging off the back. No one's going to try and test you. And he grew up in a campo,
Yeah. No, yep.
Well, I have a question for the Justin thing. Are we picking people just solely based on their skill? Or what if you're picking up this team, but maybe like people will betray you?
Ooh. So you got to figure out loyalty too. That's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good question. Something to consider here. All right. So now we got Tommy, you're up.
Oh man. I feel like there's like
two men off the board. So
pressure to go guys here, but I am going to. I don't think anyone's going to take my wild card. I think I am safe on picking the guy that I want when I want. You know what? I'm gonna go my games woman first. And this is a sneaky one for me, but I'm going to go Emma McQuaid.
Oh, really good one. Yeah.
She is a world-class. I think she's at one point the number one ranked ATV racer in the world. Is like, does all these enduro races, everything like that. You need someone that can just kind of be your your vehicular savant, and she's that. And not only like quads, like ATVs, any vehicle where you're going to have to get down and dirty, and she has done like the 24-hour races. She is someone that I think that, and I just feel like she's got a good sense of humor. She's good for morale. I feel like you
need that.
Yep. She just, especially because she is one of the athletes that has found success later in her career too. She has that endurance element. You definitely need that. Like rule number 2 of Zombieland is cardio.
Yeah.
Emma McQuaid's got that.
All
And
right.
she is tough as nails.
That's a good one. Okay, now to Alex, our follow for the first of 2 picks for the production team. Alex in this week for Tino, trying to get some momentum going here.
All right. So I'm going to go with male just
All right.
so I can get out of the way. I'm going to go with Roman Krenikov.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that
Yep.
dude is a beast of a man. And I just think if we ever get in a sticky situation, he'll be able to protect us with any type of weapon he has. So
That guy he could brain a zombie with his hands.
yeah,
He's got some bear
So-
paws. Like they're
I think the padding on his hands are like a half-inch thick. He's
Well,
got some meat hooks.
and it was funny because I shook his hand after I think you had the same experience. I
Yeah.
shook his hand after the games, just said congratulations. And it was like the softest, moistest, nicest hand I think I've ever.
I was gonna say he's like one of the nicest guys I've had a chance to talk
Yeah.
to too. I ran into him down there, and even though there's a little bit of a language barrier, he's super humble, super nice guy too.
The best way that I have heard it described is stern yet seductive. I could kill you if I wanted
Yeah,
to,
but I'm not.
but
I
I'd
won't.
rather entertain you. And I'll give you credit, Alex. I was thinking about him on the way back. He's a very good break dancer. So entertainment
Oh,
on the
entertainment.
downtime.
Yep.
And I think he'd probably be pretty loyal to the team.
Mhm.
Probably wouldn't betray me. So gotta
All
have
right.
Roman.
Okay, so your first pick is out of the way, and we start round 2 now.
I'm gonna do. All right. I don't think you guys are gonna pick my miscellaneous, so I'll keep that one. And then I think I'm just gonna go with the weapon that I want Roman to have, and I'm gonna say Negan's bat.
Oh,
Ooh.
I think he can do some damage with that thing, and I think him swinging that will probably kill like 5 zombies in one swing. So
that's a good one.
I'll
Oh,
go
I
with
didn't.
that one.
The melee weapons we've had this debate a million
Oh,
times,
yeah.
like what good melee weapons.
Mhm.
What did he Lucille? Is that
Lucille,
it? Lucille.
yeah.
Okay.
Wrapped
He
it in
named
barbed wire and everything.
yeah, a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, the old
Yeah.
Louisville slugger.
I actually don't know if you guys know this, but the exact like Lucille that they used in the show just sold for like $51,000 on like
Really?
auction. Yeah.
Dang.
That's some good knowledge right there. Oof, man, the thought of Roman just walking up with that thing.
Dangerous, right?
Yep. All right, we're now back to Tommy.
Okay, everyone has their mail, so I can wait on that. I'm gonna pick Emma's tool.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pick let me find it. I'm gonna find the exact make and model.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
It's got to be a good one.
Yeah, it does.
She's gonna get an EcoCharger electric ATV. So not gas powered, so not relying on fossil fuels. You can just connect to any power grid, any generator, whatever you need to charge that bad boy. And you can soup that thing up with all sorts of accoutrements. You can fashion, bludgeons at the front and turn it into a battering ram. And she knows how to navigate that for as well as anyone on the
Mhm.
planet. So we need a vehicle, no matter what, that can get us out of tight spots and isn't beholden to being lumbering. And I think knowing what Emma can do with those ATVs, that's going to be our vehicle.
So vehicles are okay.
It's just a tool, right?
Okay.
I guess.
Fine with me.
I mean,
Okay.
That works.
what if there's no charging stations in the area? What are you gonna do there?
Solar it up.
We'll have to wait and see. Yep.
Solar power. You get a little portable charger. It takes you
Mhm.
12 hours to charge it up, but hey, it works. All right. Now it's to me. Well, that changes some things,
Yeah, it does.
but I think I'm going to stick with my athletes. I'm going to go to the women, and I'm going to take Carolyn Prevost.
Ooh,
Mhm.
She is a human weapon.
she is.
She has won, I think, 11 national titles in 4 different sports. One of them, I think, is Taekwondo. There is a video that she posted a while back on her social media of her just, what do they call the thing that you see in like martial arts studios? Like, it's like the
It's like the-
torso.
Yeah, it's like the punching dummy,
Yeah,
basically. But
just wailing on that thing. She's played hockey, so she can scrap. And she's just a generally good person and super tough, and someone that I want on the wing when we're mixing it up with some zombies.
She gave that thing a 2-piece and a biscuit. That's for sure.
So Carolyn Prevost is going to be my female athlete. And that brings us now back to Dan Bailey, who gets back-to-back picks. So we'll get to round 3. When we get to the end, Alex, you'll make your round 3 pick. And then Tommy, we will do our Whoop podium, and then we will continue with round 4. So Dan, you are up. You get back-to-back picks now.
Okay. We're the implement for each athlete. Those are separate picks. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure on that. Okay. That changes things for me a little bit, but what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to have to go with my female athlete. I don't think you're going to pick the wild card. Yeah. I mean, female athlete, I got to go with Tia Toomey.
That's a good one.
Look down the list. I mean, she's got killer instinct. She knows how to turn it on when she has to. She's also very friendly when she can be or needs to be. I also know that she's had some hunting experience or some kind of wilderness experience a little bit. So I don't know. When I look down the ladies list, my pick before I knew that it was previous games athletes or this past year was going to be a clear Sam Briggs. Like that was going to be my initial pick. But I'm going to have to go with Tia. I know the most about her in terms of how I think she would handle the zombie apocalypse. So that's going to be my female pick.
I think that's a really good pick. Tia Toomey is one of those people that I would not want to make angry.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Like I feel like you'd be in trouble.
No. Yeah.
All right. That's a good one. So you now have another pick to start round 3.
Okay. So then I'm going to use that pick for the weapon for Rich Froning, which would be the bow.
Okay.
Absolutely. Going to give him the bow. I mean, that's the one that makes the most sense. You can make arrows. You're not really going to run out of ammunition if you're a little bit crafty with it. It's silent. If you got to sneak up on zombies or whatever it is, protect yourself. I'm going to go with Rich Froning with the bow.
I like it. That's a good one. All right.
Infinite ammo if a tree's around.
See, that's the thing. And the vehicle thing got me wondering, but I just, I don't know if you're going to have electricity. I don't know if you're going to be able to find fuel. It's a risky proposition. So I don't know if I think I might stay away from that. So I got weapons and I need a miscellaneous. I'm going to wait on my miscellaneous for a second. I think. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go miscellaneous. I'm going to take my boy Boba Fett.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. And I know there's some sci-fi stuff in here, but I think jetpacks exist. He doesn't need that. He's got a flamethrower. He's got a gun, which, he has a little grappling hook.
He's technically a human, or a clone, but he's
And he showed in Mandalorian that hand to hand, he can kick a little butt.
Yeah.
So I got to stay true to myself. I got to go Boba Fett for my,
he's got multiple weapons. That's
You know what
really
I'm
good
saying?
pick. He's got that knee launcher too.
and he's got all kinds of great stuff.
So some grappling stuff.
Yeah.
I
feel like if you need a ranged weapon, he can come in pretty handy. Like you just shoot that missile off his back. It's a one-time deal,
one-time shot,
but that's all right. You can get you out of a tight jam. So that's going to be, I'm going miscellaneous with mine for my third pick, which now takes us to Tommy.
I'm trying to figure out what. No one's going to take my miscellaneous, but I kind of want to take it anyways.
Your mom with a chancla.
That thing would just. You go bullet time with that thing. It's
damn it, that's actually a pretty good pick. I should write that.
I'm going to take Kenny from South Park.
Oh, that is a good one.
That's funny.
What is the number one thing that you have to worry about in a zombie apocalypse is when you get a horde that attacks. What do they tend to do once they have something in their grasp? They swarm and they become very scope-minded. So Kenny, over his career, has died over 126 times in South Park. He has been blasted by a visiting UFO, trampled by a herd of cattle, shot by Mr. Garrison when he was attempting to shoot Kathy Lee Gifford. He was crushed by a prop during a school play. He was been killed by a large volcanic boulder. He had his arms ripped off by 2 Middle Park Cowboys players during a football game. He was knocked into a microwave by a mutant clone of Stan and then radiated to death. And every single time He comes back the next day, just seemingly unfazed by it.
I have a question about this one. Wouldn't immortality and regeneration be a superpower?
He has died permanently before.
Okay.
They haven't explained how he comes back. He's also been turned into a zombie before.
Okay.
But if
the rest of the group is okay with
this is where I think it's a gray area, because they haven't said he's immortal, and they haven't said it's like some superpower before, because then they've eventually stopped killing him off. But he has shown the ability to die and seemingly be unfazed by it. I don't know if it's a superpower or not.
Okay.
And if you want to veto it, I can.
I don't.
It's debatable.
It's debatable.
And I will put this up to a vote. But if we're starting to get overwhelmed, hey, you know what, Kenny? Sorry, buddy.
Take one for the team.
Push him out there.
we're treating you like what is it? Kyle's younger brother, Ike, kick the baby.
Uh-huh.
We're sending you out there. We're going to let the herd swarm, and then we're going to pick them off and rearrange or get away. And you know what? We're going to wake up, and magically, you're going to come down to breakfast
magically.
somehow.
You just said it magically. You just said magically.
That's true.
A little Freudian slip.
It is. Hey, I can't explain it. Magic is just science we can't explain yet.
All right. You guys good with this?
It's I guess.
All right. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. All right. I'm taking Kenny from South Park as our meat.
It's a creative pick. Like, it's super creative.
Yeah,
that's a good, and it was well thought out. Like,
it was. Yeah. Okay. Here's what
he dies by mutant turkeys in one episode.
That's true. The mutant turkeys, I remember, in the Nintendo 64 game as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
All right. So we're on to the production team. So Alex, you're going to make one pick.
Gotcha.
And then we'll take a quick break, and then Tommy will do our Whoop podium for the week. So this is to close out round 3.
All right, so I'm gonna pick my miscellaneous, and if you guys want to veto it, that's fine. I have another one, but I'm gonna go with another Star Wars character, but I'm gonna go specifically IG-11 from The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
So-
here's how I feel about this. If we're gonna let Kenny from South Park go, we can do IG-11.
Right, it's fair.
I mean,
yeah.
He's a robot. We have
robots.
we have robots.
We have AI.
We have AI. So I don't think that's a huge leap. I think it's a good pick.
You know what? I'm not in a place to veto that, given my last pick, and I didn't see IG-11 coming.
I didn't either.
Voiced by Taika Waititi, I
Yep,
believe.
he was.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think that would be a very beneficial to have on the team. He can't get bit. He can't really die. So there's that. He's made of metal, and you can also program him just like how they did in the show to just serve and protect, which is, you know, as he did in the show, just kill everyone in that path to protect. And so I just think he'll be very beneficial to the team. He'll always be by our side, always be loyal, always protect. You can give him whatever weapon you see he can do, just stuff with his bare hands. So I did IG-11. You can always just throw him out with, in self-destruct mode too, and just have them blow up and just get away. But yep, got IG-11.
I got to tell you, I think the production team's coming strong today.
Yeah.
They're good. This is one of your best
We're
ones. Like the life skills draft, you guys had a good one too. This is solid. Okay, let's take our break and do our Whoop podium now. What are we going to do this week?
So we got, I'm going to take a look at our weekly winners.
All right.
For our Whoop podium. If you go to our main Talking Elite Fitness account, our top sleep, our top strain, our top everything across the week. I'm going to give a special congrats. Jody Wills is our top strain, average of 20.6.
Wow. Working hard.
At KFAIT, KFate, average recovery of 93%. And then at GTNZ, average sleep performance, hundreds across the board. Just
unbelievable,
crushing it. So let us know what you guys did for Jody. What was your primary mode of strain? Okay, Fate, what did you do to recover? And then at GTNZ, how did you sleep so much? Do you have kids? Are you single? Did you hibernate? What's going on here? So those are our champions from last week. Congrats to all of our separate champions, whether it was just for the day, the week, or for the month entirely. If you want to join our Whoop team, you can go to the community section and hit Talking Elite Fitness, join our Whoop group, and we might start doing maybe some prizes or some giveaways for that for our weekly winners. But congrats to those three. That's impressive.
on with the draft. Let's continue. Alex and the production team just really got some great value there in round 3 with IG-11. And now we kick off round 4.
Dang it, it's
a good one. It is a really good one. So you need
2 weapons.
You need 1 weapon.
Oh,
you need 1 weapon because you already got Negan's bat.
Yeah.
You need a weapon for
you need a weapon, and you need
IG-11.
Well, or a weapon for his yet to be named
for his
female athlete.
Yeah, for his yet to name.
So just where we stand here.
Okay, so just 1 more weapon and then female athlete.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. The one we did struggle a little bit with was picking a female athlete. So I'm gonna get it out of the way. We decided to go with Laura Horvath.
That's a good one. That is a really good one.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, we thought she would be a pretty good addition to the team. Very, very strong. And she's also a very good swimmer in case we ever need something like that, in case we ever need to get something out in the water or just get away swimming. She's a very good swimmer. So she can be pretty good for
climber too.
Climber.
She can get to, that's a good one. Tough. She won that battleground event, right?
Yeah.
So good skills
with the Rescue Randy carry.
The Rescue Randy. So she has to drag Roman Krennikov out of a sticky situation.
Exactly.
She can do that. So that's a good pick, man. Now we are back to Tommy for your 4th pick.
This is tough. So, I've thought about weapon or other tools. I've kind of painted myself into a little bit of a corner with the ATV.
Yeah.
I think I am going to try and go male athlete. I'm going to go a little outside the box here.
All right.
I am going to go from the Mayhem Independence team. I'm going to go Angelo DeChico.
Ooh, okay.
A firefighter. So he is also trained in life-saving skills as well. Axe, brush, structure fire, any of that stuff. He has some very core training in life-saving skills. He's incredibly fit. And he's just got a little kind of youthful kind of, I don't know. He's a good guy to hang around and like chop it up a little bit. I feel like I've had the opportunity of being on the road with Angelo at in Brazil, and great hang, good guy. And if someone has an arm broken or needs some CPR, having paramedic, an ambulance training being a firefighter, supremely helpful.
Yeah, that's a very practical pick. I like that. Some skills that are coming handy there.
May not have the same level of recognition as some of these other games athletes, but I started thinking about team once Dan went team. I think having Angelo and that sweet mustache, it's just like the mustache is the mullet of the face, right?
Ain't no zombie coming after no sweet mustache, right? They're gonna pause for a second.
No chance. You get a cookie duster like that, people take you serious.
Okay, so now we go back to me for my pick. I need weapons. All right, so I got to outfit my crew. I got my 3 people. I got to think about this for a while because I know what I want for Carolyn, so I'll go with that. I'm gonna draft a samurai sword for Carolyn Prevost because I feel her experience with a stick will come in very handy. With the samurai sword, translate nicely, and I think that her running around with that thing will be very intimidating. She mixed it in with some of her martial arts moves, and that is a whirling dervish of zombie destruction right there. So samurai sword for Carolyn Prevost. She's already a human weapon, and now I'm just going to outfit her with a sword. So that's what we're going with. All right, back to Dan.
So I've got Tia, got Rich with the bow. I'm gonna go with my wild card pick. I had 2 written down, but the nixing of the magic kind of changed it a little bit, but I like that because I really like my pick here. And it's going to be Dutch from The Predator.
Oh, come on. That's awesome.
Nice.
So, I mean, for just all the reasons possible, I mean, the man killed a predator. So I don't think that the zombie apocalypse is going to be that threatening to him. I think he's got that one figured out. Probably has a plan already built somewhere in his bomb shelter.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all of the survival skills that you're going to need. He's going to know what to eat. He's going to know how to build shelter. He's going to know how to take care of all those situations that I don't have experience with, and I don't think anyone else on my team would have experience with in terms of the level that Dutch would, being the special operator of special operators.
Gives a hell of a handshake.
Yeah.
You all-time handshake.
Mm-hmm. That is one of the best ever.
Dang it, that's a good one.
That is a really
That's
good
a really good one.
See, this happened with John Woolley too. Like we get in these later rounds and they just blam hit one with oh man, that's a great pick. Okay, well you got one more to close it out here.
Got one more. Let's see.
You need another weapon. You need one final weapon.
I need one final weapon. We've got the bow, so I'm pretty confident about that one. But I'm going to go with a spear.
That's a good one.
We'll go with a spear. So like Dutch made a spear in the Predator, basically, tied a knife onto the end of it. Yep. Yeah. And then, Tia being an Aussie, maybe that comes into play. Like maybe she's got some skill there with that. But I'm going to go with the spear, that spear and the bow for my weapons. Dutch, Tia, and Rich Froning. I feel like I got a solid team.
That's really good, man. All right.
Dang it.
Okay. That's I got to finish strong here. So I need a weapon or a vehicle. And I feel like I got a pretty good, my team is pretty well armored with Carolyn Prevost with a sword and Boba Fett. So now I need something for old Justin Medeiros. And this is what I'm debating. I'm debating, do I go weapon or do I go fully on brand and go something else here with him? So in most of the zombie apocalypse things that I've seen, there's fuel. All right. I'm going to bank on that. You can find some fuel. So I'm going to go with an armored Camaro.
Oh,
for Justin Medeiros.
Pretty cool.
Armored, maybe like 80s Firebird, like an old Camaro.
Yeah.
That's like armored up.
P-top.
Mad Max.
For sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
All
That's
right.
Yep. Like Mad Max. And maybe you have some spears on the front there, so we can just like run through. Night Ranger Motorin is going to be playing the whole time. Motorin is just going to be mowing down zombies with his armored Camaro. So that's going to be that's how I'm going to close it out for Justin Medeiros.
My picks seem so practical now, but Sean's going to have way more fun. Like Sean's going to have way more fun.
Hey, if it's the end of the world, you might as well just enjoy it while you're
nothing to do. Let's go cruising the Camaro. Let
That's
that
right.
mullet just flap in the wind.
Yeah, beautiful. Yep. Key up the Night Ranger and let's go brain some zombies with our Camaro.
Funny how you picked that for funny how you picked that for Justin, because I definitely just see you driving it. I just see you just
big grin on my face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Step aside, young buck.
Yeah.
Papa's gonna drive.
I had a buddy, a guy I played football with in high school who had a gold Camaro.
Oof.
Oh wow.
Riding that every now and then. So that was
Nice.
The old IROC.
Yep.
Got a Camaro crash helmet on.
Exactly. And I actually probably did have a Camaro crash helmet at that point in my life. So
IROC. Oh my gosh.
Because late 80s, early 90s, we just called that hair. It wasn't, there was really just a word for it. So, all right, Tommy, we're going to you. Close it out.
Oh, man. So you kind of made the pick for me just because I was toying between. So I still have one more weapon or tool left. And I'm thinking, how do I put Angelo and the rest of our squad in a good spot? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I was thinking. This was the other one pick I was going to take, but I'm not going to take now. I was going to take a fully equipped Tesla Powerwall system. So the solar panels, the bank to store it.
Okay.
Sean knows because you have one.
I do. Yeah.
Your house came with one. But then I thought, shit goes down and we're all sitting here. I'm going to Sean's house anyways because he's up in the mountains. So I'm just going to pilfer energy from him. And, we'll squat up. So I'm going to take the Gerber Gear Downrange Tomahawk breaching tool. So it is a combo tomahawk axe that also has like, what is it? It's like
Sounds like you're running ads right now, Tommy.
I know it does.
Take the Tesla Powerwall model.
Listen, I could say that nothing goes great in your hands like a Gerber, but I won't do that. But it is described as a marvel of simplicity. This tool has a single-minded goal: to settle the breaching argument. No barrier is a match for the beveled edge axe head, the hammerhead element, or the pry bar built into the tan G10 handle. The 420 HC steel body won't break under pressure either. This thing is an axe. It's a breaching tool. It is a weapon. It solves the problem of the weight disparity of an axe sometimes that can slow you down. And I have a firefighter that knows how to use it. So I'm going to take that.
If my team needs a bus down the door, we're just sending Prevo through that thing.
Oh, that's true.
Full speed, go.
And I was a little worried about it, but it has it's a 4 out of 5 star rating with 230 reviews. So people enjoy it.
That was way too thought out. All right. So Alex, you get to close things out and follow up the breaching tool.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to follow that up, but I had this for Roman because I think he would have been a beast with this, but I felt Negan's bat with Roman would be pretty sick. But I'm going to give Laura a 12 gauge with a knife attached to the barrel. I just think seeing Laura with that would just be pretty insane. You can't go wrong with that. So, and you can find ammo every now and then, but I think with the attached knife to it.
It's basically like a shotgun bayonet. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, that closes out the draft. So Irv is here. We're gonna get instant draft reaction from Irv. Now we're done. So Irv, you can just swap in for Alex right there.
Oh man,
I will go through the teams and then you can tell us what you think.
I have a question, Dan.
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse. You're searching for fuel, food, whatever it is. You kick down this door, and Laura Horvath is standing there with a Mossberg 12 gauge, just staring you right down the gun barrel. What's your reaction?
I'd probably just lean into it. There's no escape. It's like, just take me. Yeah, just take it. Just take the shot. Like, go. Yeah.
Kill me, I'm here. Kill me.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, we have our producer, Urban Amfoso here.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Good.
And
before we start, can we address that Tommy has a massive tin of meat?
Oh, yes,
he does. Yes.
So I won the first draft of the season. It was the full send draft with Tim Paulson. I got our production team the Paul Send shirts.
Those shirts are brilliant, by the way. Those are amazing.
So Sean has one too. I got one for the production team. And the pick that won me the draft was Leroy Jenkins. And if you know the Leroy Jenkins sequence, he says, at least I have chicken. So I brought a tin of barbecue chicken.
There's
for
a
everyone
lot of chicken there
to feed the office today. So
very nice of you.
I am nothing if not a generous ruler of podium picks. So
amazing.
Yep. So just wanted to.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Irv. Appreciate it. That's like been the big chicken in the room right there that we haven't talked about. Okay, I will give you. Here's what I'm going to do, Irv. I'm not going to tell you who drafted what, although you have an idea now that you heard some of it.
But I'm just barely heard.
I'm just going to run down the teams. All right.
All right.
Without anybody. So team 1 drafted Rich Froning, Tia Toomey,
and this is the order that they drafted him to.
Okay.
A bow and arrow, Dutch from Predator, and a spear. So we had to draft 2 games athletes, a miscellaneous person, and 2 weapons. All right. So that's team 1. Team 2, Justin Medeiros, Carolyn Prevost, Boba Fett, a samurai sword, and an armored Camaro.
Do you know who Dutch from Predator is?
Yes.
Okay.
Team 3
Okay.
drafted Emma McQuaid, an Eco Charger electric ATV, Kenny from South Park, Angelo DeChico, and a Tomahawk breaching tool from our friends at Gerber.
Okay.
And team 4 drafted Roman Krennikov, Negan's bat, IG-11 from the Mandalorian, Laura Horvath, and then a 12 gauge shotgun with a knife on it. What are you thinking?
I feel kind of disgusted that team number 1 had such great picks for CrossFit athletes, but such wimpy weapons. Like, totally understand that they're like former champs and that they're really good at everything. I'm sure they're very lethal with a bow and arrow and what was the other one?
A spear.
Spear.
A spear, but it's just like rudimentary. Like,
Mm.
But that's what makes it. That's simplicity. You can't break them.
I don't know. At some
All right.
point, you're gonna get overrun.
Okay.
What was the third team that had like an electric armored vehicle?
An Eco Charger electric ATV for Emma McQuaid.
Wow. That's just a mouthful. It's like putting Mad Libs in there. I kind of like the last team, to be honest.
Okay, so that
was what I was really feeling. I was like, oh, okay, they understood the assignment here. Negan's back, great pick. What was the last thing?
a 12 gauge with a knife attached to it.
I mean, again, understood the assignment here on what you're doing to kill zombies.
Okay, well, is there one pick that you feel that stands out as far as like value pick or best pick?
Ooh, let's see. Value pick. Well, let's see, in order too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just taking the sawed-off shotgun with your last pick.
Pretty good.
Pretty solid one. Pretty
Yeah.
solid one.
Okay,
I was feeling that one.
well, that's instant draft analysis with our good friend Irvin Anfoso. Irv, thank you so much, and also thank you for making us address the large tin of chicken that's been sitting the entire show that we haven't talked about yet.
Also, yeah, Dan Bailey. Hello, my friend. I haven't even said hello to you.
Yeah.
Hey, react, brother. It's good to see you.
React.
React.
Story for another time.
That is as
Some
well.
silly fan.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Irv, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I know you got a meeting to get to, so we will let you go. But
All right.
Irv liked Team 4, which we'll reveal now is the production crew.
Honestly,
Yeah, they
Well done.
they understood the assignment, and look, you go into their production room in there, and there's a large whiteboard where they actually had things written down. I was very proud of the way that they handled this assignment. So good job, guys.
Yeah, we once you said no powers or anything like that, we got screwed on everything. So I kinda had off the top of my head, but I'm glad it went well.
Yeah,
I'm more impressed that was like your pivot.
Yeah, me too. That was nice.
So, yeah, I mean, are we going to go through what we had before?
Sure, we can do that right
why
now.
not?
Well, what did you guys have?
All right, let me pull out the list real quick. So we had Obi-Wan
Yeah.
because it's Obi-Wan. And then if one of you took Obi-Wan, we had Mace Windu and Qui-Gon.
Right.
For games athletes, we actually had Margot Alvarez.
Oh,
That's a good
because
one.
of
That's a
the
really good one.
weaponry
Yep.
experience she has. I would have given her the 12 gauge,
Mhm.
but we had her. We had Mjolnir.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
we had a pack-a-punched ray gun. If you guys played Call of Duty
Yeah.
Zombies,
yeah.
Okay.
we had the Beskar staff for another weapon.
that's a good
for
one.
glory and
Yeah, that's a
and
really good one.
indestructible.
Mhm.
We had Zeus's lightning bolt. So we were like, imagine,
All right,
Roman,
so you were-
imagine
okay.
Roman with Zeus's
I
lightning
mean,
bolt.
you
So,
can't.
and then we had Superman. We had Red Tornado. IG-11, obviously. We had Vision.
Mm.
I thought
All right.
that'd be a pretty good pick. The Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah,
Because why not?
right. Why not?
And then we added some last minutes. We added Aang, the Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a perfect pick. And then Goku.
All right, those are
Oh,
good.
Goku.
What about you,
Great.
Tommy? What do you have?
I had Stormbreaker.
Okay.
So
Yep.
you could harness the Bifrost to get out of there anytime.
Ooh,
you
that's a
want.
good one.
I started to get away immediately from the supernatural stuff just because I felt like any of the stuff that we've named supernaturally into the wrong hands is bad for us.
That's a good point.
I was going to draft Brian Chantosh.
Yeah,
I was going to draft
man.
Tosh.
I had him on here.
That would have been really good.
I feel like if you can make your own chewing tobacco, like you just know how to fix everything.
Oh.
Like that is a survivalist.
that guy.
Yeah.
What medal
like-
does he have? Is it the Medal of Honor that he won? Or
The Navy Cross.
Navy
I believe it
Cross.
is.
Sorry, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Navy Cross.
And he does like every year he does his annual madness, which is just like these insanely but like progressive, like physical feats too, and just that's a guy when you're like if you're on our squad for like surviving, like I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
probably going to mess this up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he ran. It was something like 2 to 4 miles every hour on the hour for like over 30 hours. Like it's crazy. Like it's insane. The stuff
guy
that he
is.
does.
That guy's a machine.
Yeah.
One not to be trifled with.
You need
and a really nice dude too.
Yeah, and you need someone that can do that almost like, I don't want to say turn your brain off because that's like an insult to their processing capacity in those moments, but also like you're just like, it doesn't matter what is in front of me, I'm going to get it done. Like, it doesn't matter how long or difficult or daunting it is, I'm gonna get it done. And you need someone on your team.
Absolutely.
Like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Dan, what about you? What'd you have?
For some of the weapons, I had Stormbreaker written down, and then one of my wild cards was actually Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail. So
Nice.
that would have
That's
been
good.
one.
Just good to go, right?
So those were just some of the things I had written down. Matt Chan for
That's a
guys,
good one.
Hepner as well.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
I feel like if you had
Tosh was one of
Hepner,
my wild cards as well.
I love Jacob Hebner. I feel like if you had him on your team though, because he's like that plucky comedy relief, that he's probably going to be the guy that gets killed. That's always the guy that dies. Like it's when everyone,
Always,
like,
yeah.
it's always the funny guy or woman that everyone loves, and is that because that hits the hardest when you're the
It
audience.
Or like
motivates the team when you lose
Exactly.
them.
Yep.
Or like the red shirts from Star Trek, you just know they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much. And he, like, if you have a good conversation with Jacob, he gets worked up, and
Yep.
audio level
That's
is
true.
something you have
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
cognizant
yeah.
of during a zombie
Mhm.
apocalypse, because they can respond to sound. So
Yeah.
um,
I wanted to give instead of the armored Camaro, I was thinking about giving Justin Medeiros a chainsaw just because I think that's a cool visual. But that
Yep.
is that's not a very, you got to get in close to do damage with that, and it's
You gotta
not
power it up,
it's not
too,
a
right?
fast weapon.
yeah.
You know?
And I was worried, and I thought about a chainsaw as well for Angelo, but and this, I guess it would depend on what zombies we're talking about, because sometimes like the blood splatter can be an issue in infecting people.
Mm-hmm.
I went down some weird zombie apocalypse rabbit holes yesterday.
Yeah, I bet.
My Google search is going to look awful. I'm talking about chainsaw blood splatters.
Oh man.
But so I was a little worried about
Okay.
the blast radius with that.
Yeah.
But
I'm actually surprised none of you chose. This was going to be my second miscellaneous in case IG-11 was taken, but Legolas. I felt
but-
like he would have been really good.
Hawkeye too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hawkeye 2 is another one.
Dang
But
it.
elf fictitious, not a human being. Then again, Kenny's
Oh,
fictitious, so
true.
Cartoon.
true.
He's a human cartoon.
He is a human
But-
cartoon. That's right. Okay.
Dang, that would have been
That was a good one. There's
Yeah.
some good picks. Well, okay. So here's what we do in case you're new to this. We will have an Instagram post with
Mhm.
all of our teams on there, and then you can vote as to who you think won. And if you think like we left something off that would have been a great pick, put it in the comments. And every week we're selecting as we select our winner, we're selecting a audience pick of the week. So that's important. You could get a shout out. We had some really good ones for the full send draft.
I almost drafted, so I did have a backup female pick. If someone snagged Emma McQuaid, I was going to go Christy O'Connell for the endurance factor,
It's good.
because she just ran a 3-hour marathon.
Need to make a supply run.
Oh my gosh. That's just Energizer Bunny for and great swimmer, like some of those it's not it's better to have it not need it than need it and not have it type
Yeah.
skills. Particularly because can zombies swim?
I mean,
I
I
felt-
feel like they could walk slowly at the bottom of the
Mm.
kind
They
of like wouldn't the White Walkers do that
could
in
tread.
Game of Thrones? Yeah, they could
I
just
think
sort of
so,
like,
yeah.
rawr,
Or
of
bodies of water where also
that
safety
are shallow
points.
enough for them to get into.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So
Or are they like flimsy enough where like they will get
they just
flow
get
away
carried
with
by the curtain.
current?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably, yeah. It's a good point. There's a lot of dynamics in zombies that you
They're-
can talk
yeah,
about,
exactly. I'm
That's-
not as well versed as many people in the.
because you don't want like the World War Z zombies.
No.
The
Oh,
aggressive-
No.
Sprinters or the climbers.
Yeah,
those
the,
are
No.
the
bad.
berserker type ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dan, are you going to be at Rogue?
Absolutely.
That's
Can't
going
wait.
to be awesome. You're competing as a legend, right?
Yes.
That'll be so much fun.
Showcase. It's going to be a
Uh,
lot of fun.
Is
Looking forward to
there someone that because last year they did the pairings, they did some teams. Is there someone that you want to be paired with, and is there someone that you don't want to be paired with?
it. Man, last year was awesome getting to be paired with Miko. He was the guy that I kind of
Yeah.
looked up to right when I got into the sport. And so I was always trying to either beat
You
his
trained with
times
him
or
at one point.
I did for a little bit in like 2010, I want to
You-
say. He came to Rogue for a couple months and was
Yeah.
hanging out. And but not on like a super regular basis, but he's just a great human. And like he would have actually been a great pick for this. Firefighter, rescue diver his whole life, like just freak of nature when it came to fitness. So it would be great to work out with him again. Anybody that I don't want to work out with, anybody who might be like, anyone on that list who's just been really getting after it and is like way more fit than I am. Yeah, probably Rich.
That's the number one answer. Is like, yeah, because he's going to make me go super hard. And I don't want to do that.
If we're paired up together and you see him just smiling and waving down there and I'm just like stone cold ready to like kill somebody, that's because I have to go to a special place in order to even keep up, I'm sure.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Well, really looking forward to seeing you there, man. Thank you so much for doing this. It's always fun having you on. I know this is like a little exercise in stupidity, but we appreciate you taking the assignment seriously. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure, guys. Thank you guys for having me on, and it'll be great to see you down there in Texas.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Podium Picks. Again, be sure to vote on the Instagram post that we have on our Instagram account. And Tommy, you have something to add?
Include your picks or what, like the number one pick that you felt like we missed, as we have in the past weeks. We're going to pick our audience pick of the week, and we have a great one coming for the musicians one.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We've got some good ones. So let us know what we missed, and we want to hear from you. And we'll choose to highlight someone who made us laugh and made us realize that once again we're idiots and we missed out.
And finally, Tommy's mom, if you're listening, we know that you're going to vote for Tommy. Your vote does not count anymore. So. But we appreciate the participation.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. For Alex Arfalo, Tommy Marquez, and Dan Bailey, I'm Sean Woodland. We'll talk to you guys next time. Be better, take care of each other, and we will see you soon.